you freestyle rap at all?
Not yet.
Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?
Patriots, welcome to Samson's World. This is Secret Service Sam. It's Friday. It's Freaky Friday. It's Freak Off Friday if you're Diddy. Anyway, I'm digressulating. This is a beautiful day. I hope you guys woke up on the right side of the bed, which is, hey, the bright side of the bed. Like a glass is half full. It's not empty. You know, my life, you know, maybe everything's not just perfect how I want it, but it might not ever be. So just enjoy the space you're in right now, the present, how you're feeling. You know, hopefully you got a sunny day. Sun is good for you. Get that D, that vitamin D, that is. Make it happen for yourself on Friday. Friday is always a good day, man. Friday is always a day where you either get hired or fired. So I'm praying and hoping for you guys, sending positive energy that you get hired, you make that money today. Light, love, health, and safety around your families. And let's get into it because, okay, geez, Sam, not that. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. As everybody knows, the announcement that shocked the world, Patriots. Ken Panama, if you're not familiar, this is a man who had an alien, a meteorite that landed here on Earth, and he fostered it. He grew it into some kind of plant-like thing. But he just admitted to the world it was fake yesterday. Now, before I get too far into the news and your day, I want to bring in a good friend of mine today. She's here with me. She's a hilarious comedian. We're doing a comedy show tomorrow night. It's her comedy show, Laugh Your Truth. It's the LYT comedy show at the Ice House tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. If you guys are in the Pasadena area and want to see us live, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Miss Megan Sosa. Are you there, Megan?
Hey guys, what's up? Pew, pew, pew.
Let's see. Oh, somebody is saying Crystal. Yes. Hello, Sam. And even though he played us, he did it for a good point of view for all, but wish it would have been true. Latoya says, I don't think it was fake. Maybe he was shut down due to popularity. Latoya, my beautiful Latoya, I hate to break your heart, but he has admitted it is fake. I mean, and look, I'm not mad because he took the world for a ride, and we all needed a ride. I'm going to add it to the stage as we're talking about it. There is K25. And, you were following the story. Is that correct, Megan?
I was super following this story. And, I'm a little disappointed. I kind of wanted to see how a society we would approach an alien on this planet. Actually, in the storyline, as he was saying, it was starting to grow rapidly with sunlight. I was like, why would you put it outside?
Right, everybody.
When it's 8 feet tall, it's the size of out. Like, I really was following this story. I had my guy following the story with me. So, I'm a little sad that it's not true, but I'm happy it's not true because we don't need that energy right now. We don't need alien energy.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sad about it, but it makes sense now. I know, Latoya, I'm so sorry to be the guy to, it's like telling somebody your uncle died. I'm so sorry. Your uncle Jojo died. I'm so sorry. Why do I have to deliver the news, And I mean, I think we all just want to believe, and he did such a great job.
That's what I was going to say. Someone in Hollywood should definitely give him a job because the way he was getting it to move, that's crazy. Then he started to debunk how
yeah, look, with his whole family, he's shown us
a big April Fool's Day prank.
Dude, it's crazy. Look at the little boy. He's like, I knew the whole time. And I can actually say Ken told me about a week ago that it was fake. But you know, he made me promise him, you know, obviously I wouldn't say anything. But I just think the whole thing is brilliant. You know what I mean? It's
Oh wait,
so
so they were making the tentacles with hot glue
hot glue,
and
bro.
peel the hot glue off and paint it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. And see how when he would put it
made
up
it
like
look so
this, it would
gross and
move.
nasty.
Yeah, it looks like it's moving. When he puts it up, see how it looks like it's moving on its own? And then
So
they show
how
how
did
he
he
did the
get it to
save.
move?
Because I think when you would kind of place it, it would just kind of move, or maybe with the hot glue gun, it would then move. There was a guy online who I think kind of debunked it, but nobody wanted to believe him.
It looks so nasty.
I know. I mean, because that's half of it is the creativity to think what will be believable and what will freak people out. And this thing, it looked like a root. You know what I mean? It looks like a plant. It looks just so believable. And the way he grew it from nothing, I mean,
It
that's
feels
off.
like a big April Fool's Day prank, honestly.
It is.
If hire him for your next production crew on a movie, you know what I mean? Because if he can do that with just hot glue, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And that's what Megan too. I've been trying to, you know, talk to him. My communication with him has been a little bit less. Let me just check in. He said, "Saludos, Sam. Me pone triste, pero la gente necesitaba ver esa parte." Translation: Greetings, Sam. It makes me sad, but people needed to see that part. Because I said, "Great job." You know, he was, you know, because I was saying, Megan, I'm like, I'm gonna come to Panama, bro. I want to see it. I want to, you know, it's like, no, Sam, don't waste. And I'm so glad I didn't.
It's like finding out Santa Claus isn't real.
It was. I think for a lot of people, it is. I've had people in my comments who have mixed emotions. Some are like, I knew it, or some are heartbroken, literally. You know, there's people who wanted this to be real so bad that they would have done anything. And it just is, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, he just shows you
what people leave online. We see things, you know, we're battling AI, but then you've got K95 coming in here.
Dude, it's crazy, but it looked, and I think this gets, I hope everybody realizes this, why we need to get away from CGI, why we need to get away from AI, because nothing looks as real as something that looks real and in the space. You know what I mean? If he would have done that CGI, it would have been too good. We would have been able to tell, but there was something about the natural movement of it. It's about the weight and movement that tells you the difference of AI and CGI. You know, they still just
went back and forth about that, right? Like, I was like, no, this is real. He's like, I think this is AI. I'm like, no, look, you can tell it's real. This is real, you know, because in movie terms, it's a practical prop. So he created a very realistic, cool, practical prop.
Yeah.
And that somebody in the movie industry should hire that guy.
I know. I'm looking for this one video he had where he shows how the finger movements were working, and I was like, oh man, he got us all.
I'm so heartbroken. Honestly, I have mixed emotions.
I mean, everybody is.
Videos to my sister.
Oh yeah, everybody. My wife laughed at me.
The aliens are here.
No, you're not a gullible person, Latoya. I'm not a gullible person. However, he brought people together with K25. Yeah, I think that's almost the thing. It's almost like in a movie, this, you know, and that he figured out some way to bring us all together in this escapism in the midst of Charlie Kirk's assassination, in the midst of the Trump administration, in the midst of ICE, all the terrible, crazy stuff that's happening right now in our country. He was able to connect the world and show us all that we have so much more in common besides our politics and religion and color of our skin and, you know, whoop-de-woo, because we all wanted to talk about this. You know, it's escapism. But we do still have Three Eye Atlas. Do you know that, Megan?
What's that?
Let me play you a video of Three Eye Atlas. Three Eye Atlas is, no, hold on. That is... coming through.
Sounds like something AI.
I know, right? Let me see if I have it on. Yeah, but 3i Atlas is what they say to be like a spaceship coming our way, basically. Let me see.
Oh, is this the one they said they've been tracking it for a while? And it's
Yep.
been on
And
the
it's
way?
like passing towards the sun.
But did they say there's like a bunch of them?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh man,
Like a
I can't
cluster
find the
of
video right now.
them, allegedly.
Allegedly. I like how everybody says allegedly. We're all so scared to get sued. This is
heard about these flying objects allegedly.
yeah. In the meantime of that, but 3i Atlas is passing by, and AI is just great. Stephen Hawking's AI. Have you been seeing this at all?
No.
Okay,
There's
I've been.
too much AI. Honestly, I don't, at this point,
It's crazy. It's too much. I mean,
my
and I have to
mental
bring up.
health is that
I got to bring up another AI for you also, where I'm like, whoa, dude, this is just too much. They shouldn't be able to do this. But look at this. In the meantime, look at this. Stephen Hawking.
Look at the spade building. Huge right hand over the top. Hawkins, his chair spinning. Uppercut, elbow. He is pouring it on. Knee right to the face. Hawkins in trouble. Stop. That's it. The fight is over. We have a new heavyweight champion, and Stephen Hawking has been. Hawking still out front. Look at that speed down the main straight. 327 kilometers an hour from a wheelchair.
Moving away from the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Absolutely unbelievable. Hawking rolling in, run two.
Look at the spade building on that chair. He's locked
Big
in.
pump coming up the wall.
Launching 420 tail spin attempt.
He loads it, can't find the landing.
Sideways.
Absolutely.
Would you look at that? Stephen Hawking rolling down the ramp like he's got no fear.
On top of the cage, are you kidding me?
Get off the roof, through the table.
He just flattened him. In the case of little Isaac, Stephen, you are not the father.
Oh. I am out of here.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Is that
whoever made that
hilarious?
is going straight to hell.
I know,
Yes.
right? Let's see. Crystal says, agree, Latoya, exactly. He did bring people together, but now we need to come together with the issue of pollution in the world. Amen. 3i Atlas is even more insane. If they offer buses to get you to safely don't go on, good call. Yes, Sam. Now I do believe in 3i Atlas. We wait for the day to get here for that, especially with post months of all the flying objects. Yeah, we do have verified flying objects, everybody. Let me just bring you in that they are testifying, Megan, in Congress. Have you heard this?
I did get I heard a whisper about this, but I wasn't sure because I know the shutdown is going on. I can't keep up with.
Okay, that's okay. That's what we do here.
Accelerated, yeah. So please update me on that.
That's what we do here at Samson's World is give you, like here's some testimony on. Okay, here's first. I'll just show you this UAP here. Yep. Let me just. This is an actual.
Different format.
This is
pulled
real,
out
guys.
just a little bit to show the Hellfire making contact with
the Hellfire
UAP.
missile.
This is
yes, I did see this, and they kind of like helped it.
Yeah, so that's a Hellfire missile that it's like one of our best missiles, takes out everything, and this thing just split into four and kept going.
Format, and we're going to zoom in a little bit closer, take a couple of looks at the Hellfire making impact. It does indeed impact what appears to be the back half of this unknown object flying off the coast of Yemen. Right there, it makes impact. You can see it knocks it off course. And as you're going to see, somehow or another, right there following the impact, these three objects appear in the sky following the primary object right there. So the primary target turned in.
So, I mean, basically, that's real, guys. Okay, K-25 might not be real, but this is real. I mean, listen to this. Here's some more testimony.
What if that's fake?
What'd you say, Megan?
What if they're punking us and we're just in a long episode of The Matrix?
It could be, dog. It really could be. I mean, I almost have those feelings sometimes that in your life, your life is already written and you have some odd familiarity of it. Like that's what deja vu is. And almost we set these roadblocks up for ourselves just so we feel struggle. Like, I mean, maybe we're already dead. I tell people, maybe you didn't wake up last night because would your heaven want to be just perfect pearly gates and everything? No, you'd probably want to live in some bit of a life and routine where, you know, you're having challenges, because if you don't have any challenges, life doesn't feel worth it in a sense. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel it. I do feel that, you know, just having to overcome things just kind of puts you in a state of working towards and working for something.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I think getting bullied, having to stand up for yourself, like if you never have to do that, I don't think you're feeling life appropriately. Here is testimony, Megan, on
character.
Yeah, Bill's character.
No
Listen to this
whether
guy.
these events are real, but whether we have the courage to face them.
Okay, you hear what he said? It's not a question of whether it's real. It's a question of whether we have the courage to face them. Okay, so it's here, guys.
Real, but whether we have the courage to face them.
That's nuts.
True leadership requires vision, a willingness to confront the unknown with transparency and resolve.
I'm ready.
These phenomena challenge our deepest assumptions about reality, consciousness, and our place in the universe.
Dude, that alone. And here's what I believe, Megan, you know, no matter what religion, whatever you are, we're sitting in a ball in the million of and trillions of other balls, and it's infinite, and we don't even know. So to think that we're the only ones, it's just not possible. It's like saying there's only one fish in the ocean. How was that? That felt pretty good? Did that sound good? Like there's only one fish in the ocean.
Because, you know, when you think about it, we know that things are there. But when you think about how big, this is the thing I've been wondering, as big as our universe is, right? And then there's other galaxies. Why do they target the Earth when you got all these other planets?
Right.
How did you even find us in the first place?
Yeah, good question. I mean, because we have life, but there has to be, I am convinced that there are other planets out there that are just like ours. Maybe it's different technology, totally different culture. You know what I mean? But there are humans on other planets.
Do you think that the aliens are already living among us?
Yes, I think aliens are already living among us. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, all the 80s movies are coming to life. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like
they're finding their way. Yeah.
I mean, that is what these guys are talking about. They're testifying in front of Congress that this shit is real. I mean, that thing you just saw, Hellfire missile, is like, you know, one of our most hardcore missiles that, you know, that thing should take anything down. And the thing just split in 4 and kept going. I want to know what that is. People talk about God, you know, Jesus, Allah, whatever your God is. But to me, that is something, that's a technology that we don't possess here on this planet. So, you know, it's just God is way bigger than our idea of what it is. And I want to see the universe.
Well, you know, God is all of those things, you know, and it's beyond our understanding, and we can only understand to a certain point anyways. It's like we don't understand everything even about our own planet, much less can we even comprehend space life or anything outside of our bubble, so to speak. I mean, most people can't even imagine life outside of the city they were born in, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, again, with how much we've been duped already with just certain visuals.
Yeah.
Like, I believe them, but I'm also like, I gotta see my own alien, especially after K-25. I'm like, because that messed me up.
Right. And, you know, that's a good point.
If I don't see the alien on my own, if I don't see the zombie on my own,
you bring up a great point, Megan, with K-25 being fake. Is now, of course, there has been copycats, but now how are we going to believe? We're going to no, we saw K-25. That's not real. You know what I mean? That's what the thing is now, you know, you can't tell. I mean, look at this piece of AI. Speaking of AI, this is kind of disrespectful, but check this out.
I have a dream that one day these will be free of charge. Today is that day.
Wait. This is terrible.
These are bad. And
I mean, it's terrible. I've got one. There's like Elvis, like playing football. Like Michael or Tupac doing stand up. Like
Bad, all
the
bad.
AI is too much, man.
You
But
know, for the childish ones who make it and think it's like they can get a giggle out of it because they think it's funny. You know, on one hand, like I understand, it's just like the imagination is just running wild. It's like
with
what
Sora,
Michael Jackson doing stand up, but at the end of the day, we have to remember like they still have family that are here, like they're real people. And if that was your loved one who passed on, you wouldn't want to see someone just like abusing their image in that way that is not representing who they really are. So I feel like they just need to leave them alone. Like that AI needs to stop. Like people can get their kiki, but really they need to stop. They should not be allowed to do that.
Well, I think what's going to happen with Sora too, there's been all of these. I mean, I literally went down a real bad path. There's this one, because they get kind of dark humor and stuff. And there's these two Asian guys. It's a kid and a older Asian man. They're walking down the sidewalk. And the kid goes, "Hey, Dad, why does everybody think we look alike?" And he goes, "I'm not your dad. I'm your neighbor, Jim." So it's pretty hilarious. But, you know, of course, like there's like dark humor. Obviously, the MLK is in bad taste where he's like, "I have a dream." And he, you know, runs out is in bad taste. But I realize there is a place for AI humor. But it's like, wow. But all like to your point, what are all these families and estates going to do when it's taking your likeness? You could literally, I was telling somebody yesterday that you don't have to show up to work. You could not do the voiceover. Like, Sam, we got your voice. We know what the hell you say, crazy shit. We've archived it over the internet and AI knows what oh, it's funnier than you. You know, what happens when AI is better than you? You know what I mean? It looks better than you. It never ages. You know, I do believe there already is. There's an AI artist, like singing artist.
Yeah, I think SAG actually just made a public statement about them not supporting those ventures where people are doing like AI talent agencies, AI artists with music. I think Timbaland signed an artist. How do you sign an AI artist? I don't get it.
I don't either.
I think there's an AI actress or something like that. So yeah, it's an interesting.
Oh, that's funny, Megan. I just saw you said K95 like the mask instead of K25. That's cracking me. Did you not want me to read that out loud though? Sorry.
No, I did. I put it there after I realized when you read her comment, I was like,
that's so funny. I didn't realize you said, but you know, I think the thing about AI, like that Ken really shows us, is that we still always are so drawn. I think that was what was so believable about K25 is the realism of it, you know, and it goes back to the Star Wars.
That's scary is that with the traction of AI and just even I'll take a step further, even like with the moon landing allegedly being faked, right? Like
allegedly. I don't understand how they streamed live with no lagging in 1969. I just don't believe
I didn't even know that it was a conspiracy until someone like, you know, I was today's years old kind of thing when I found out that that was the lore that did we even land on the moon? And I'm like, oh snap. And then they, you know, came out with a feature film a couple of years ago, Man on the Moon or something like that, where they played the duality of we're actually going there. And then if it doesn't work, we're going to film a stage set of it happening, you know? So the movie kind of plays it where they land, but they do the live stream to match because they didn't think the cameras would work out there or whatever the case. But I didn't put two and two together until I started going down that rabbit hole of conspiracy.
Right. But I do like that he did, like somebody brought up Lavelle or Lavelle. I knew that he would say that K25 was fake. He did that for pollution awareness, which I love what Ken has done. I mean, it really, like I said, it's a new format of entertainment we've never seen, where it's a movie that plays out in real life and we're only getting to watch it in small parts, but that keeps almost like an episode each week. But you know what I mean? He did it so brilliantly.
Yeah. He definitely did.
I mean, I am, and the sad part is Hollywood does not know about this. What I want to do is get him, or maybe we don't even need him, Megs, is create a movie around this, like a real live, what people wanted it to be, like, oh, he ditched it, it fucking grows, and then what do we do? And they kill it. No, some girl falls in love with it, she gets tentacled by it, and she's like, this shit's good.
Right. Also,
That
shout out
world,
to David, or Dave. I saw your comment, but I didn't get to respond in time.
Oh, what was Dave's comment? Sorry, I can go back. Tell him. Oh, wait. I just never know in the comment. Hey, Sam, tell me all your stories as well researched as Ken's, and isn't a bit presumption to call you president of TikTok. Think a little smaller buns would be better, LOL. I don't know what that means exactly.
I don't understand that question.
Cause talk. Tell all your stories as well research as Ken's. Yeah, I don't get what it means, but think a little smaller buns would be better. Buns like my butt buns. I do need to get back into Pilates if that's what you're saying. I do need to get back.
Squats.
That I need to get my shelf back on it. Yes, did you not see how I thought I had a video this morning of how the fingers of it, where he really shows you the mechanics of it.
Can't believe it's fake.
It's brutal. It really.
My point being, at this point, with the alleged fake of the moon landing, the K-25 somewhere between their AI K-25, how do we know what to really believe at this point?
I don't know, Meg. I think we're in some type of a simulation. I wouldn't be surprised.
My eyes are deceived.
Somebody said, yo, Meg's my fave. Shout out to Secret Service Sam, David Clares. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Nice to.
Yep. Again, you guys got to come see us live tomorrow at the Ice House, 9:30 p.m. in Pasadena.
I'm going to drop the ticket link.
Okay, yeah, drop that, please. Thank you. Thank you, Meg. Your videos are so funny. Megan is hilarious, by the way. Megan is what we call a quadruple threat.
Ooh.
I thought you knew as you interviewed him. I do have to be honest here, guys. Ken, after my interviews, I wanted to fly to Panama and interview him, and he told me not to come. And he told me, Sam, between you and I, it is fake. He had told me it was fake about a week or so ago. But, I'm not going to be the one to ruin that. And you know what I mean? So I honor if a friend tells me to keep a secret, I'm no snitch, because everybody out there, snitches get, you know what I mean? Stitches, you know what I mean? So I was like, Ken said, don't tell. I wasn't gonna, it was because he wanted to release this like he did to the world, which I think is very cool. Let me show you this video I'm pulling in. This is behind the scenes, which I think it's cool. I mean, one way this story could have ended is that he, just shut down the account and kept it mysterious, but sorry. Like a magician, like he showed us behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he single-handedly ruined Christmas by letting us.
He could have waited longer still.
That ain't real.
If I were him, I would have just honestly kept the shit going and made my money and then let everybody know after a while. Let me see. Here it is.
Yeah, why not? He could have kept the lure going.
Where is it? Look at this, though.
What's a cool way to get people paying attention?
Do you see this, Megs? So that is inside. He's pulling on a fishing string, 3 different strings that.
Well, how did he do that when it was just independently, like, on the floor?
I mean, I think because there was some guy. God, it's amazing. I mean, look, it's so simple, but God, kudos to these guys. Special effects guys would go be like, I could have done that. Then do it. Then you should have done it, man. You didn't. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, because it looks creepy and weird and nasty. And like, now that they've deconstructed it, it's like really amazing that they were able to pull that off. That's crazy.
Dang. I mean, it's just, look at the wiggle. It's just a little, again, if this was, it's the real movement of it. It's the real gravity of that it's experiencing, you know, that gives us, it's why Yoda was so believable in the original Star Wars, because he was there. He was in the space where CGI is too perfect. My question is, when this thing was little, it was really moving fast. Yes, it was. I can bring that video in real quick, because that is true. That was almost one of the most impressive videos he did, was the early on.
Yeah, when he was still on the rock.
Right, when he was still on the rock. I believe here it is, right? So that is in the ground. Let me see where it, when it's in the rock and like the and here's what I love about the detail, man.
What is this?
He had fucking tape, like any regular person would have had a Tupperware. Excuse me, with locks on it. And look, I feel like this is what's so brilliant, is he purposely had it.
Yeah, you were on the edge of your seat thinking that.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's only taping it. It just felt like this, oh, hello, I said, like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite found an alien. Like, where is it where it goes outside? That's
I want to know, what did he make the little rock finger thing out of?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he might have said it was like a potato type thing. Let me see. I can get the video back up here. Was it this one?
And then, you know, when he put the leaf on top and it like.
Yeah, and I know every part of it. What I just think it's so genius, because did he just think this whole, it was a storyline from the crashing to the leaf on top. Like it was so well orchestrated. You know, and this guy just worked at the airlines. Like, he's just a regular dude. I mean, it's just so impressive. David said, yep, he thought it was real for sure. Don't worry, David Clare, you are not alone, man. We all, you know, sometimes we just want something to believe in. You know what I mean?
I am beyond shocked.
Oh, here we go. This guy again. Let's see. You every told you are the president of TikTok. I think that's a little bit over the top. Don't try to make that way like, oh, it's a good entertainment. You must be pissed off. He is. Oh, this is good, David. I'm trying to get the rest of it. That looks, it got cut off. Kaz talk. Yeah, I know I'm not really the president of TikTok, but it's called manifesting, and you know, it's called branding. You know, I'm like, now on this show, I say president of the world. And just so you know, Kaz talk, I am the only person in the history of our country. Find me somebody else if this is not factual. I was class president all 4 years in high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. They even did a recount. Mr. Counts is literally his name, the drama teacher. I beat Peggy Shen. She was going to Harvard. She needed this extracurricular activity of being a class president to really get in Harvard. I hate to say it, I don't think Peggy got into Harvard. Sorry, Peggy, because they did the recount and I still won. I remember walking through the halls of my high school and hearing, after a recount, the class president is Samson, and I was jumping in the freaking hallways. So that's why I say president of TikTok. I might run for president of the United States. So get ready for that.
I don't think she got into, wow. So you've been this person forever.
Who, me? Yeah, I've been a politician my whole life. That's what I've realized recently, is I really do want to get into public office or public speaking, because right now, especially in the Democratic Party, nobody has the balls to speak up and
wait,
put some of these people in their place.
Is saying?
What is he saying? I can't understand. That's a room for this faker. You love the detail. Oh, Yoda was made so good. Oh, it's entertainment for sure. Genius storyline. LOL. You're where fooled. Stay to it. Nice, Cause Talk. Yeah, I mean, Cause Talk. What do you believe, my friend? Do you like CGI Yoda? Come on, let me know in the comments. President of TikTok, manifest it. Yes. Love it, guys. It's about manifestation. If you're an artist, You have to know that's the realm in which we work. And people who don't manifest, they don't understand how to manifest. So I'm not mad at you. We all have and use any name we like. So what is that person's issues with it? He is jealous. LOL. Yeah, I don't even know. Hey, this is great, guys. I love your interaction because it lets me know you're there and that we're alive.
That's right.
So, okay. So moving along, because I have more news. Did you see Pam Bondi just skipping around? Hold on. Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. They put out this video. Apparently, Antifa, there's a terrorist issue with Antifa in America. My question is, Megs, what about KKK?
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations.
Okay.
They attack our courthouses. They dox our law enforcement officers. No more. They are a terrorist group, and we are coming after them.
This is a video shared by the White House on its official accounts. We did not add any music or make any edits.
We are here at the White House today to unmask Antifa, to follow the money all the way to the top. If you want to get to the bottom of who is fomenting this chaos and violence in our country, you must follow the money.
I was a mainstream reporter in Seattle for 10 years before I quit mainstream media, in part due to its refusal to acknowledge the dangers of Antifa and radical left-wing violence.
Part of the problem that we have is that a lot of people refuse to believe that Antifa is real, it is just a made-up thing, but I have seen them. They are real, they are dangerous, and they are violent.
They are. The best part is they get a person from every race to say this. Look at that.
Organized, systemic, international criminal enterprise. And what the FBI is going to do is trace the money, follow the funds, and find every single person that was involved in funding the riots and the violent acts of criminality.
That's what I love, Meg. You know, like bad actors, that's how you know somebody is comfortable on camera, is they know how to use their hands. You know what I mean? But this stuff, like when you don't, it looks like he's jerking a whale off.
They're perpetrating on our street.
I've watched Antifa brutally beat, harass, and threaten Americans in the street, but all of that ends with the Trump administration.
I was brutally attacked and almost killed by Antifa in the streets of Seattle. All of my colleagues have been attacked. I can't think of a single one who hasn't.
I can't think of a single one. I don't know, man, but I can't think. When somebody says, I can't think of a single one that hasn't, you're just lying. I mean, this could even be
violence against journalists and police officers in our streets can't stand.
Just days ago, I was in the Portland jailhouse, and now I'm in the White House. This administration is built different, and Antifa's days are numbered.
And I want to thank
I don't know what that guy was bragging about. He's like, I was in jail a day ago, and now I'm hanging out with Trump. And look at this girl, allegedly, this is a fake black guy.
President Donald Trump for designating Antifa a terrorist organization, and I'm looking forward to the FBI and the DOJ hunting down these people like the terrorists that they are.
All I gotta say, it's a bad day to be Antifa.
And Antifa's days of using violence and intimidation against their political opposition are over.
And I've continued to report on them over the years, despite the threats of violence and actual violence that's happened, because I owe a thank you to this country, the United States, for settling my parents who were victims of communism in Vietnam.
1 month ago, Charlie Kirk was murdered by a violent leftist.
Whoa. Are you sure about that? Wow.
We all saw it, and we all saw thousands of leftists celebrate it. Antifa symbols were found on the bullet casings of the gun used to shoot and kill.
Wow, I don't know if that's factual.
My friend.
We won't take it anymore. President Trump is not going to stand for it. And I'm so grateful that we have a leader in the White House that understands how we need to fight these sophisticated networks and how we need to take these terrorists out.
I've been
Let's end it with an angry
attacked by Antifa, doxxed by Antifa, harassed by Antifa, but we're not standing down. We're now coming for you.
What do you think about that, dude? Is that crazy? Like, our government actually puts that shit out.
Everybody on there looked like they were reading cards.
I know, right? They're actors, most of them.
They look like it.
This is crazy. Yeah. What do you think about all this? I mean, I think they're trying to get people to, I don't know. They're trying to do martial law. What it feels
I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I had this conversation not too long ago. My relationship with news media right now has been very interesting. Like the highlights. I'll give myself about 10, 15 minutes, usually in the beginning of the day, to digest whatever, or like 10 or 15 minutes in the evening. I try not to watch or listen to anything late at night or in the evening.
Sure.
But I've just gotten to a place where I have to like watch my intake of news. Excuse me, hiccup.
Yeah, oh my God, I had a hiccup at the exact same time. That was crazy.
You did?
Yeah, hiccup twins.
Hiccup twins.
Hiccup twins.
But yeah, I had to start managing the amount of hours. So whatever stories that I get in that amount of time is just what I got.
Right.
But I can't spend too much time on it because it just stresses me out. And then I see, like friends, family, colleagues, like everyone around me is stressed out.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. But it's just I just can't for me personally stay buried in it because it affects my like entire body.
It's terrible for your soul. I mean, I've realized that at times when I'm just kind of feeling a little down or depressed or anxious, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just the day-to-day life, here of just what's going on, the racism, the I don't know if I showed you this. I was just got off the phone earlier talking to the woman that this happened to, and it was just disgusting. Did you see
And that's
that?
why their culture is fucked up, and I don't care. And I don't care that your culture is fucked up. I don't care. Let's not show them. Are you yelling at our camera? What are you talking about?
And I talked to this girl right there. She said the N-word, but you couldn't hear it because her keys like jingled on the door.
Oh, I thought, were y'all not just talking to our camera? We're going home to our house. Okay.
And apparently this girl has done it before. Allegedly, this girl was kicked out of her high school. Allegedly, I've heard people in my inbox have been telling me stuff about her, that she was beat up at Mardi Gras because she was singing a song and said the N-word and got into a fight because she said, I can say it because my boyfriend is black. And allegedly she worked at some law firm that I think she's been let go of. But I have people in my inbox telling me all kinds of crazy stuff about this girl. Huh?
She looks like she's like 15.
I mean, they're college, age. Let me show you. Let me read this.
They're in college. Yeah, they look like young teenagers. Like,
I mean, they're young college. Let me see.
So they're young college students doing that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Where is it? Let me pull it up. This other woman shared something interesting because the police officer there, it was a black police officer who responded, and he was being pretty aggressive with the girls that happened to. He's like, you guys need, if you come out of your apartment, then you're being the aggressors. Okay, so somebody said, hey, Sam, I'm just doors away from the Ring doorbell LSU girls. It's really good to see a white man speak on the subject and stand up for what's right. The cop that was involved in the live-in cop is a live-in cop here, and he has some serious issues. I've had multiple uncomfortable experiences with him and know other people who have too. He was bragging in the office about his new fame and was smiling when he said BRPD received 91 complaints about him on Monday. I feel like I can't complain about him because it would be his buddies receiving the complaint and ultimately putting a smile on his face. Just wanted to let you know. And of course, letting that person remain anonymous. But I've also heard too that this police officer lives there with his family, has a dog that is apparently like almost attacked people there. So I just want to keep people aware of this story as it's developing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I know, man. People are so messed up. And the one was something that's like LSU. It's in Baton Rouge. That's just how people are down there. And the more, especially nowadays with this administration and the attitude, this is letting racism be open and like people feeling confident enough to do this.
Well, I feel like in some cases, I have a very interesting outlook on racism, being biracial and just kind of being a fly on the wall on both sides of the room. And also, still being considered and called certain things and words and things like that. But also, I lived in the South. I grew up in the South.
Mm.
People are always shocked when I say this, but I never had any egregious racist things happen to me from any white person. I actually had mostly white friends. So like those things didn't happen to me, but I'm not discrediting people's experiences when they do happen because I know that they happen. But I think for some people, when I see like that video, like when I see that, I just see like an ignorant little girl who really does not know any better.
Right.
But, you know, if she says that to the wrong person and gets her ass kicked.
She did get her ass kicked, allegedly, is what they're saying when she was
she probably won't be saying it so much.
She was doing karaoke and was saying the N-word in a rap song and then got into a fight with someone because she said, I can say it because I have a black boyfriend.
Well, she probably won't be saying it so much anymore. At some point, she's going to learn her lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope so. I mean, because the thing...
the hard way.
Yeah, you just hope that you can stop the generational racism. You know, some people create generational wealth. Some people create generational racism. You know what I mean? And so it is about trying to stop that behavior in its tracks. But did you see this, Meg? Here's what's happening in your world. It's your world. RFK just tried to say that getting circumcised is what can lead to autism now.
New studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It's highly likely because they're given Tylenol. So, you know, none of this is dispositive, but all of it is stuff that we should be paying attention to.
This guy is such a moron, dude. Oh my God. I mean, it's like, I just can't listen to him talk. I mean, his voice is so awful. I just can't do it anymore. His wife, Cheryl Hines, is so embarrassed to be married to him. I mean, she's hating life.
I just feel like if circumcision leads to autism, then everybody got it.
Exactly. I mean, I do. I mean, I'm circumcised, so yes, I'm going to deal with that, you know.
It is what it is. The whole Tylenol thing, I'm like, hey.
Dude, are you crazy? Yeah, I mean, how many people take Tylenol? I'm surprised Tylenol isn't like trying to sue or be like, yo, y'all need to quiet down on that.
Honestly, I've never heard that before.
I know. Here's something, lastly, that I do want to just connect two dots, and then we'll get out real quick. There is a news story that just broke today that LAPD, the famous lawyer Mark Garagos, who represents the Menendez twins and whatnot, the LAPD, there is an officer who is being charged with the murder of another officer during a training exercise. He slammed this officer on his head, breaking his spine and causing him to die 3 days later. But the craziest part about this is that they covered it up, LAPD. So now it's coming out that basically, and this officer, he was investigating a sexual assault. And so that's how they, that's why they killed him, is because he was going to open up this sexual assault. And so they killed him before he could. So that's kind of crazy. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a lawsuit. I'm going to go to that case on Monday.
I'm sorry to his family. That is just horrible.
Oh, it's terrible. No, I mean, this guy, and they ruled it as like an accidental death when it was really a freaking homicide, you know? So, I mean, that's crazy. LAPD, man. I mean, that's just like, yo, man, you don't want to mess with people. It's like a gang. Let me just show you this real quick. This guy, this comedian does Legion of Skanks. He's a comedian. He's in the Joe Brogan.
Was getting in trouble for Monica Lewinsky. So I was like in middle school or whatever.
Okay, you see.
And I remember hearing them talk, and one of them said to the other one, he goes, so what do you think about the impeachment or something? And I remember my history teacher, I thought was a pretty smart guy. And he goes, well, you know, they're treating him like he's Nixon, but he's not Nixon. And essentially what that meant, like what he was saying was like,
very hard to make that sane system work the same way.
Sir, is much more like John F. Kennedy.
Right.
That sane system worked the same.
Step down, they got him out of there.
You hear
that sane system worked the same way now.
No, I completely agree. I mean,
okay, you see Joe Rogan there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, follow me here. Joe Rogan is on with this Dave Smith guy. Dave Smith is on with like Big J Okerson, what is his name? This other guy, Gomez, Luis Gomez. And this video, which I will bring in now, this guy does a podcast with Nick Fuentes. Do you know who that is?
I know that name, yeah.
Nick Fuentes is like one of the most well-known racist podcasters out there. He makes Charlie Kirk look like Obama. He's the one who said, "Your body, my choice. Your body, my choice." Right?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him enough, but I've been seeing his face, and I thought he was AI. I thought he was
he's
fake.
Real. So
and then
here's
my boyfriend was like, "No, that's a real person."
Yeah.
So
well,
here's the dot
Jordan,
I'm connecting. Do you see that? That's Nick Fuentes.
Uh-huh.
So this dude does a podcast with Nick Fuentes.
Uh-huh.
And Joe Rogan is buddies with this guy. And this guy is, this is why the Austin comedy scene is crashing, is because this guy does a podcast called The Legion of Skanks. They do Skank Fest in like Vegas or whatever, where it's all, Shane Gillis, like I said, Big J Okerson, this guy, Luis Gomez, and they all operate under this kind of like surface level racist comedy. They get away with it because they call it free speech. But here's the proof right here that this guy that this guy Dave Smith connected to Joe Rogan, who is connected to Nick Fuentes, to the point where this guy has a podcast. And Nick Fuentes is like just total trash.
Wow.
White supremacist. Like, he's open about it. The only thing I like about Nick Fuentes is he's at least honest and he shows his cards. He doesn't try to act like some of these people act like, no, I'm not racist. No, he is racist and he doesn't claim not to be. But so I just want to connect those dots in the comedy community that Joe Rogan is so closely linked to the gropers, or grapers is what they call them. Like, they're not they make Charlie Kirk look like Obama. They are the far, far right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was AI. I thought it was fake. I thought it was like some generated AI thing going on. Something interesting. Sam just went to TikTok to see if any new posts from Cam.
Yeah, somebody's just saying, is he done? Oh, he did it again. He took his account down.
Why?
I don't know. Breaking news. This is what he does. Ken took it all down. Thank God I got this last video from him. Ken has taken it down. This is breaking news.
I wonder
breaking news. Oh, my MGs. Hold on. I need to make a TikTok. Breaking news, Patriots. Ken Panama has just taken his entire account down. I repeat, the Secret Service, Sam, check in. President of TikTok here. Not the real president of TikTok, self-appointed, just manifesting here in case you're sensitive to manifestation. Anyways, I'm digressing. What is going on? I think this could be the last we see of Ken Panama. I am currently doing my podcast. I'm on here with Yo Megs. You can see her right there. We're in Studio 8. We are doing it again. Ken Panama has taken his account down. Somebody go to Instagram. Is his Instagram down too? He did this once before, but I think this is his way of bowing out and saying goodbye, world. He had 526,000 followers and he just said goodbye. And I'm so glad, Ken, that you honored me. He had one follower. And do you know who that was, Meg?
Who?
Secret Service Sam. It was such an honor to be his only follower. Again, guys, breaking news here. Ken has made his account private or shut it down. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok. Man, that's crazy, girl. I mean, this is breaking news. Thank you to my loyal followers. I'm trying to tag Ken, and I can't.
I need to update.
I know, man. He's shutting us off from the world, bro. It's better to burn out than to fade away. And he's burning out. He's just like the meteorite that K25 came onto. He is going back. But we'll see if he puts it back as he has done it before. Crystal Coons, thank you so much for breaking the news. That's what I love about these live feeds. He removed the account. Thank you, David Clare. You guys actually break the news. I was on my live feed, RIP, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and I was able to break it in the minute. Thank you to you guys for letting me know. So you guys are a huge part of the program. This has been an excellent show, Megan. I feel like we've covered a lot of area. Thank you so much for your time, Megan. Any last words to everybody about the show tomorrow night, and just, words of wisdom?
Yeah, great show, Sam. Thank you for having me. Thank you to all the guests, everybody that chimed in. You're one of my favorite neighbors.
Yes, that's true. We are neighbors.
We are neighbors.
What's that? That's the neighbor dance. The neighbor dance. When you go shake, neighbor dance. Neighbor dance. We need to do a party over here, though. You got it for sure. We got to do some.
Okay, yeah, we should. We should do a neighbor dance party.
Well, there's going to be a party tomorrow night after the show, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, just there.
I love the chicken wings at the Ice House, actually.
Yeah,
they've got some pretty good wings, not going to lie. A very cool VIP room.
Yeah. So everyone, if you're in Los Angeles or in the Pasadena, Burbank, Glendale, Eaton Canyon area, Altadena area, we would love to see you there. Tickets are still available online at theicehouse.com, icehousecomedy.com, apologies. And if you use the promo code LYT$5, you will get $5 off.
Ooh. And also, if you guys come up to me tomorrow and say, Secret Service Sam, I saw this show. I love your stuff. You're hilarious. I will buy you a drink.
Yes, and please make sure to stop by the red carpet and take pictures with us.
Oh, yeah.
Free giveaways. And it's going to be a great time. We're celebrating 8 years of LYT comedy.
That's amazing.
And Sam is on the show. He's been a big part of our comedy community for so many years. So we're just excited. We're just going to have a party. We're going to have fun. And I'm not wearing my cow hat.
There you go. That's great. Thank you, LaToya. Great show it was.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and thanks to your posts and truth, and thanks, Meg. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you,
guys. That was a great day, Meg. I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for coming on. Happy Friday, everybody. Peace, Megan. I will see you later. Guys, thank you to Yo Megs for being on the show. This has been Samson's World, where court, culture, and comedy collide. Monday, I will be covering that LAPD case here in Los Angeles. Maybe I'll even get Mark Garagos back on the show to talk about it. Maybe I'll get Ken Panama to come on the show and chat with us and reveal why he did it. Also, remember, the Austin comedy scene is trash. They are harboring racism there, and please invest in real comedians like myself who promote light, love, health, and happiness and peace for all, but above all, hilarity. I can handle all kinds of dark humor, whoop-de-woo, anything, but I don't have any space in my heart for racist comedy or racist. Y'all can go. We're done with you. We're moving on. Bad Bunny is the shit. I'm putting it out there. I want to dance with him at the Super Bowl. So Bad Bunny, hit me up. Whatever that is. That was This Is America. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Come see me live tomorrow. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of the world. Can you freestyle rap at all? Not yet. Doesn't it appear to be extremely coincidental that you guys arrest people right outside of Governor Newsom's press conference? Is this really just a show of power?